What do you do when the person who claims to love you most becomes the biggest reason you almost give up your dream? When I got the call that I'd landed the job, I was so stunned I actually made the recruiter repeat herself. Congratulations, Maya. We'd love to have you join our marketing team in Seattle, Seattle. My dream city, my dream company, everything I've been working towards since college. I hung up, shaking with excitement, already imagining a new apartment, a new skyline, a fresh start. But when I told Ethan, my boyfriend of 3 years, his reaction wasn't what I expected. Seattle? He repeated slowly. That's across the country. I know, I said, grinning. Isn't it amazing? They want me to start next month. He didn't smile. He just looked down at his hands and sighed. I just don't get why you'd want to move that far away. What about us? That one word has suddenly felt heavier than it ever had before. I'm not leaving you, I told him. It's just, this is the opportunity I've dreamed of. He shook his head. You could find something here, Maya. You don't have to run off across the country to prove anything. That last part stung, because deep down, I knew he'd never really understood how much my career meant to me. He'd always made little jokes about it, calling me Miss Overachiever when I stayed up late, rolling his eyes when I talked about networking or promotions. I thought he was teasing, but maybe he wasn't. The night before I started packing, he came over. I was folding clothes into a suitcase when he said quietly, "Please don't go. I can't lose you," I froze. Part of me wanted to drop everything and say yes. To stay. To keep the peace. To not lose the person I loved. But another part of me, the one that had worked too hard to get here, knew that staying would mean losing myself. "Ethan," I said gently, "you never wanted to see me fly." He frowned. "That's not true." "It is," I said. "You loved me when I was comfortable, when my dreams didn't threaten you. But love isn't supposed to keep me small." He didn't respond, and in that silence, I realized the truth. He wasn't afraid of losing me. He was afraid of watching me become someone who didn't need him anymore. So I zipped my suitcase, hugged him one last time, and walked out the door. The next morning, as the plane lifted off, I looked down at the shrinking city and felt a quiet mix of sadness and freedom. I hadn't just gotten my dream job. I'd finally chosen me.